What's up, guys? Freddy37 here, and welcome back to the read. Oh crap, this is not the image. Because before we start this read, I got some news. If you can tell just by this thumbnail, this would probably be the dead giveaway, like, right up here. The sequel to the #1 New York Times bestseller, Five Nights at Freddy's. But the Twisted Ones. And you can see here, we got our boy, the Nightmare. We got boy Nightmare here. I'm going, man, You know what? Even though I haven't beaten you yet in your own game, boy, I'm going to be playing FNAF 4 here. But I am so terribly super sorry about the delay. I read the book on my own, because I have for skill in that. It is amazing. It gets better and better as the book gets on. And the chapters are longer. And I looked for myself. There's 13 in here. They're pretty long, except for 13 is short. But this isn't the right. I just wanted to show you guys this because I thought it was so cool when I figured it out. I'm so excited. But here. There's our original. Anyways. Right. Let's see here. Where did we where did we last leave off? Oh yeah. Chapter 2. Previously on the read, Charlie and her friends are back now. They went met on the diner. All they did was talk about Freddy. Didn't take them long. Charlie knew that it would be brought up. But now. In the quote. Yeah. Let's do it. Chapter 2. Alright. Whew. And this is going to be a full chapter. I'm going to read a full chapter now. Charlie pulled to a stop, feeling the soft give of dirt under her tires, and turned off the car. She got out of the surveyed their surroundings. The sky was rich dark blue, the last trails of the sunset streaking off into the west. The parking lot was unpaved, and before them lay a sprawling monster of a building, a rising acer of glass concrete. There were lamps in the parking lot, and had never been used, and no light shone onto the lot. The building itself looked like an abandoned sanctuary, enveloped in black trees and mist and distant roar of civilization. She looked at Jessica in the passenger seat, who was craning her neck out the window. Is this the right place? Jessica asked. Charlie shook her head slowly, not quite certain what she was seeing. I don't know, she whispered. Charlie got out of the car and stood in silence as John and Carlton pulled up beside her. What is this? John stepped out of the car cautiously and stared blankly at the moment. Does anyone have a flashlight? He looked at each of them. Carlton held up his keychain and waved it around the feeble glow in the pen light for a minute. Great, John murmured, walking away with regression. Hold on a second, Charlie said, and went around to her trunk. My aunt makes me carry around a bunch of stuff for emergencies. Aunt Jen loving but severe, had taught Charlie herself. Charlie self-reliance above almost anything else before she let Charlie have hold her blue Honda Shat instead that Charlie know how to change a tire, check the oil, and knew the basic parts of the engine. In the trunk, in the black tucked in the next to the jack, spare tire, and a small crowbar. She had a blanket, a heavy police issue flashlight, bottle of water, granola bars, matches, and emergency flares. Charlie grabbed the flashlight. Carlton grabbed the granola bar. almost by silent agreement. They begin to walk the building perimeter. Charlie holding up the light in a steady beam in front of the building. Itself looked mostly finished, but the ground was all dirt and rock, uneven and soft. Charlie shone the light on the ground where grasses had grown patchy in the dirt. Oh, grass, sorry. Blah. In the dirt, inches long. No one has been digging here for a while, Charlie said. This place was massive, and it took long to segregate. It wasn't long before the rich blue of evening was overtaken by a blanket of scattered silver clouds and stars. The surface of the building were all the same smooth, veggy concrete with windows too high up on the walls and too inside. Did they really build the whole thing and then just leave? Jessica said. Carlton, John said. You really don't know anything about what happened, Carlton shrugged expansively. I told you I knew there was construction, but I don't know anything else. Why would they do this? John seemed almost paranoid, scouting the trees as though eyes might be looking back at him. It just goes on and on. He squinted, gazing along the outside wall of the building, which seemed to stretch endlessly into the distance. He glanced back to the trees, as if making sure they hadn't missed a building somehow. No, it was here. He placed his hand on the drab of the concrete facing. It's gone. After a moment, he gestured to the others and began to walk back the way they came, reluctantly. Charlie turned back, following the group. They kept going until they could see their cars again up ahead in the darkness. Sorry, guys, I hoped there would be at least something familiar, Carlton said exhaustedly, looking back to make sure they hadn't missed anything. Yeah, Charlie said she hadn't known it. It would be, but seeing that Freddy's has been razed to the ground was still a shock. It was apparent sometimes in her mind that she wanted to get rid of. It wanted to scrub the memories, good and bad, from her head as if they had never been. Now someone had scrubbed it from the landscape, and it felt a violation. It should have been up to her right. She thought because you had the money to buy it and preserve it like Aunt Jane did with the house. You know what? I'm going to make a deal with you guys. We're going to stop there. I know it's a little short, really short video, but I got other stuff to do. But since you guys are really nice people, and this will probably be night part 2. Let me start up my laptop. We are going to be reading. I'm going to read you the first paragraph of my book, A Hero's Legend, The Present. How's that sound? I'll just probably read you the first couple paragraphs. Then, when the book is published, I will let you guys know. Give you ETA time. See how long it will take. And you guys will see how happy I am. Because I'll be excited. Because I get my first book published. An actual book I actually finished. Actually writing to finish. And finishing a book. That's something I worked on for a very, very long time in my life. Oh, there we go. Gotta type in my password. Not telling. And oh yeah, I was just working on it. Sorry, I finished a rough draft. I'm on chapter. Remind me later. Windows 10. God. But I'm actually working on chapter 3. Actually, I'll read you the first page. Chapter 1. Hold on. This is a hero who links to the past to the present. Two criminals walked down an alley called Night Alley. It was an alley for criminals to hide from the hero Ghost Guy. Hey man, did you hear about Ghost Guy? One of the criminals said. He looked at his friend, and fear looked at him. Yeah, he's actually scary to come across, the criminal said. They stopped walking to rest. There were 2 buildings on each side of them. One building was apartment, and the other was a movie theater called AMC. Ghost Guy was right above the movie theater, looking right at the scumbags. He dropped down from the movie theater right in front of them. He looked right at the criminals to attack them. Our hero dressed up like an assassin, but he wore a black. Sorry. With a black hood, his symbol was a tip, and it's right in the cover of his. Oh, right in the cover of this book for the further detail of his symbol. Anyways, the first criminal tried to punch Ghost Guy, but he grabbed his wrist and broken it. He knocked cold. Ghost Guy grabbed his cane. He swung the cane right at the enemy ribs. Both criminals went down. He heard the police sirens. Ghost Guy smiled when he heard it coming close to him. Isn't it my favorite sister? Ghost Guy said when he was looking at his twin sister, Elizabeth Fraser. You couldn't wait until we got here, Elizabeth said. Ghost Guy had the feeling he was being watched. He looked around, couldn't find anybody. At the scumbag clothing, he saw something he thought he hadn't seen in 10 years. Ghost Guy, are you okay? Elizabeth said in a worried tone. The alley they were in was the alley their parents were murdered in, right in front of them. It's him, sis. He's back. After all this time, Ghost Guy said. Who? You're scaring me, Elizabeth said. Raz Reaper. Raz Reaper's back, and these 2 idiots work for him, Ghost Guy said. Raz Reaper was a man who may have killed Ghost Guy and Elizabeth's parents. Last time, before he disappeared, he almost killed Ghost Guy. I'll meet you back at GCPD, Ghost Guy said. His grappler gun zipped up into the night sky to GCPD. And that is a little bit of chapter 1 for you. Yes, I know I said that in the book, yes, even though my writing said that the Ghost Guy symbol would be in front of the book. But that is a secret I'm not gonna give out until it is published, and you will see more And if the book really interests you, let me know in the comments below. Because I'm actually kind of craving for comments now. Kind of craving for that now. Let me know in the comments below, because I would like to know if you are interested. And let me know what I could add or take out in the book. Let me know, because I like to hear feedback. For make sure I make the book perfectionist. Right, just right. And there's going to be 11 books. There are going to be 11 books in this. A Hero's Legend is going to be... A Hero's Legend is going to be a series. And this series is going to get better and better. I know in the first... Okay, one thing about A Hero's Legend, it's an action book. It's an action book. But the first one has not a lot of action in it. Because I have to get the things have to get going. It's like all it is like flashbacks, memories, how whatever happened, that and that. But there's two actually. Yeah, there's two sad parts in the whole entire book. One is like it's sad because you don't know the character. I'm not gonna say anything else. The second one is like it's so sad. I'm writing it, and it made me cry because it was so sad. And I have there's very few people I let them read the book. Let me read the book. And this person, it's a girl. She doesn't cry. There was only one book that made her cry. And when it comes to the other books, she doesn't cry anymore. But when she read the chapter, she was literally about to cry. If I added a little bit more detail, I would have made her cry. Which I don't blame her. I would cry. I'm writing it and it made me cry. It's just so sad. It's really sad. It's really moving. And I know it's like my voice is like all over the place because my voice is getting deeper and deeper. And I can feel it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below, like this video, and jump scare that subscribe button, would you please? And one more thing is, one of these days, when I'm not busy again, I will do a live stream on Silver Eyes. Actually, hold on. I'll be right back. There's something I need to show you guys. Alright, I'm back, and this is what I found. Alright, sorry, one. Is that Perchant? Yep. No, is it drawing? No. Oh, here we go. Watch when you brighten it up. Sorry. Cancel. Oops, sorry. If you look very closely in the there, apply. If you look very closely in the background, you see Ballora, or more little things, but you can see them in the background. So that's what Scott meant about get back on your stage. And if you go back here and edit this one again. Well, this one I think. Ooh, that's creepy. Anyways, there's fingerprints. Like actual handprint all over Freddy. Kinda cool, huh? Actually curious. Ooh. That's cool looking. But that's all I have to show you. Wait, there's actually one more image I want to show you guys. Remember this one, you guys? That canceled due to leaks? Guess what I found out? Well, it's kind of not a secret now, but I didn't realize this until now. But you can see there's handwriting in the background. Yeah. Anyways, that's all I wanted to show you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. I mean, really, jump scare that. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye!